And let's bring in now Pete Williams, of course, who is NBC News justice correspondent and was one of the first to report this. And Pete, you've been talking, I know, to some of those on the right or some conservatives. What's going to be their main ammunition that they're going to use, and what's their beef, their main beef, if you will, with Judge Sotomayor?
They're going to say she's an activist judge, that she judges not by just the cold, hard facts of the case, but by her own personal experiences, her own, what they consider her own personal prejudices. They make a big deal out of the quote you read before about she was sort of riffing on this statement that Sandra Day O'Connor likes to make, that although it's nice to have women on the court, that a wise woman and a wise man would reach the same decision. She is saying, in fact, a wise Latina woman would probably reach a better decision. They're saying today, flip that around. What if a white man had said a white man would reach a better decision than a Latina woman? That would be upsetting to people, and they say this should count as well. I think the other thing they'll look at is her decision in the New Haven firefighters case,
sure,
which is now before the Supreme Court.
And explain that, and why that's being used as as something that may hurt her chances.
Two reasons. One is the way she decided it. Even some of the dissenters on her own court thought that her opinion gave very short attention to the constitutional issues. And secondly, the outcome of the case. This was a lawsuit filed by white firefighters. They had done well on a test for promotion in the fire department, but the city of New Haven, Connecticut threw it out, saying there was something wrong with the test because none of the African-American applicants would have been promoted, and they say, therefore, the test was inherently discriminatory.
And that's one reason Limbaugh's calling her a reverse racist today.
Right. The white firefighters are claiming reverse discrimination. So we'll know whether the Supreme Court's going to reverse her. My guess is, based on oral argument, that they will. That certainly seemed to be the way the case was going.
Let's switch subjects and talk about Proposition 8, because, of course, the state Supreme Court in California has now upheld Proposition 8, which banned gay marriage or same-sex marriage. What does that mean now? I mean, I think this is the issue. So what happens to the people who were married when it was still legal, like Ellen DeGeneres? Are they still married?
Yes. The California court said today that the 18,000 people who were married after the court initially said you can have gay marriage and the voters said no, you can't, those 18,000 marriages remain valid.
And then, which I keep thinking to myself, if someone was in a relationship, it was good that they rushed to get it done, because now the people who want to get married cannot get married. But what does it mean for benefits and what's left hanging? Because now you have essentially two classes of citizens, right?
Well, but I think one of the things the court opinion said today, and I can't claim to have read the entire thing yet, it weighs about 5.5 pounds, but they seem to go out of their way to say, all we're saying is that when the voters said you can't have gay marriage, that takes away just the M word. But in all other ways, all the other benefits under state law should govern in those relationships, but not, of course, in federal law.
All right, Pete Williams, thanks so much for that. We appreciate it.
You bet.
And if confirmed, Judge Sonia Sotomayor will become the first Hispanic on the nation's highest court, as well as the third woman in history.